Hey, welcome to my dank basement. I am your Uncle Squinty, Paul, and I've got another nasal snuff review for you. I've kind of been carpet bombing you with nasal snuff reviews. First of all, the July flood, which was meant to make up for lost time, but then I started ordering snuff again, you know, part of the snuff addiction, the snuff psychosis, and I got several snuffs that I have not yet tried and not yet reviewed. Such is the case with this one from Bernard's. Bernard's, a German snuff company. This is the Civette Extra Fine. Now, a lot of the Bernard snuffs are Schmalzler. In fact, I think they're all Schmalzler based, and they tend to be, the ones I've had have tended to be kind of sweet, smoky, fermented fruit, you know, raisins, dates, a little malt in them or something. Very sweet, very much like the characteristic Schmalzlers that I've tried in the past. This one, not so much. And it was a surprise when I took my first little bump of it. Yes, I had to cheat and take a little taste before I did this. The grind on this, is quite fine compared to the other Bernards I've had. Certainly much more fine than the Zweifacher and the Magic Moments, which I dearly love. It's one of my desert island snuffs. Very interesting aroma. There is just a little hint of what I think is peppermint, but it's not enough to call this a mint snuff. It's just a little tiny bit. There's a sort of an astringent, dry tobacco scent to this. I wish I could show this to you like Snuff Begins does with his magic lights and his table and all that. Now the grind is medium, but it's very silky, almost powdery. It's got a little grit to it, but I don't know if that's from aging badly in the tap box or what. One of the reasons I dislike tap boxes intensely is not just because they're messy and difficult to use. I prefer to spoon or, as you know, run barefoot through my snuff with my fingertips. You can't really do that with a snuff box. But worse, snuffs do go stale and dry out in these fairly quickly. And even if it's fresh when you get it from Mr. Snuff or Snuff Store or Snuff Me, you're going to end up having it dry out on you unless you use it very quickly. Now this one is fresh or fresher, and I have kept it since I received it in a Ziploc bag in a cool, dark place in a Tupperware type container, so it's been protected. Yeah, the left side's a little blocked here tonight. I've got snuff all over me. Where's my hanky? Shake it out. I'm going to take a minute to show you guys a hanky trick. And I got more snuff all over me. Here's a hanky trick. You can actually extend the use of the hanky if you let it dry. I know this is going to sound really disgusting, but you let the mucus and the juice dry, and then the snuff on the handkerchief will get very powdery. Here's my beat-up wastebasket. And all you need to do is hold the hanky above the wastebasket and just kind of go like this and brush off the dried tobacco. And you can continue to use the handkerchief even after you've gotten it fairly dirty. So I'll do that. Dust off my nose. That's called the dank wastebasket. Anyway. Yeah, there's a little tiny hint of something like peppermint in this. It is fairly cool in the nose, coats the inside of the nose very nicely. It's a little bit astringent and very smoky. It has some aroma characteristics in common with the Schmalzlers, but the consistency is very different, and it's not quite as sweet. This is one you can use if Schmalzlers, and that's in quotes, the generic sort of Schmalzler is too sweet for you, because this is not at all sweet. It's actually quite good. Now, as recently as 2011, I think, you could not even buy this in tap boxes. The only way you could get it were in these fancy glass bottles from Bernard's site, their website. And it is now available in the 10-gram tap, and I'm glad, although I hate tap boxes, but I'm glad I can get some less expensively. I'm going to do some more. It's really pretty good, actually. This is one I could see myself ordering again. Okay, on the second sniff, right away, I'm getting a little bit of pine tree or fir tree in this spruce, but it's very, very mild. And a little peppermint, as I said, but again, almost a suggestion rather than an aroma. A lot of smoke. This reminds me very much of walking through the virgin pine forests in northern Minnesota near the Boundary Waters and Voyageurs National Wildlife Area, Tamarack. It is a very outdoorsy smell. This would be very pleasant if you were taking a walk through the woods. This will enhance your enjoyment of all the other aromas and scents around you. I like this. On the Squinty scale, where 1 is horrible and 5 is absolutely wonderful, this is a 4. Will I buy this again? No, I don't think so. There are other Bernard products I enjoy more. And I only have 2 nostrils and 1 bank account, so I have to kind of pick and choose. I probably won't order this again, but if you can get it in a trade, oh Lord, I got a sneeze coming on. I suppressed it. Yeah. Where was I? I got all distracted. Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't buy this again, but if you can get this in a trade, you might, hell, buy some. You might even like it. If you like a lighter scent, cooling in the nose without the menthol, little hint of pine, little hint of mint, a lot of smoke, and not nearly as sweet as some of the other Schmalzler snuffs that I've had from Bernard's, this could very well be a favorite snuff for you. From the Dank Basement, rating a 4 out of 5, the Civette Extra Fine. This is your Squicked Wunkle Dinky. Thank you for watching.